Hi, this is Craig Favette from Favette Dental, and you're watching GoTarryn TV.
And we are back, and there you can see side by side, there is Craig Favette of Favette Dental from Lilburn. Craig, welcome to the show. And before we get to talking to him, happy Tuesday, May 26th, everybody. We've got yet another Skype video call here for you. And again, I wanted to thank everybody for tuning in and also thank Craig from taking time out of his busy schedule. So this week you're getting two back-to-back Skype video blogs. You saw yesterday we had Curtis Sinkowski of Amway on here, and now today we've got somebody I've been trying to get on here forever, and we finally got him here. I'm so excited. And so first of all, I hope everyone had a happy Memorial Day. And, here we are, Craig. Thank you so much again for coming on. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Taryn. Thanks for having me. I'm honored to be on.
Oh, my pleasure. The pleasure is all mine. Again, we have been trying to get you on here and connect. And for those folks who don't know, Craig is yet my second ever personal training client guest to be on here on GoTarryn TV. You saw Bill here a few weeks ago. For those of you who have seen that episode, he was my first client. And Craig has been in the batting cage up to bat, ready to get on here for the last several weeks. So we've finally gotten a chance to get him on here, and today we're going to be talking about dental care. Craig's going to give you his perspective of working out and fitness and why he does it. And Craig, I just want to start off the video nice and fresh and introduce you. If you could tell the people out there a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you grew up, and just what you enjoy about fitness. Let's just go ahead and let you take it away with that first question there.
Okay, well, my name's Craig Favette, and I'm a dentist, and I am originally from Waycross, Georgia. And actually, I'm in Waycross right now, visiting my parents, who are 93 and 94.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And we're spending Memorial Day with them.
Nice.
Went to the University of Georgia and majored in microbiology. And then I went to the Medical College of Georgia, and I got a DMD degree, which is a dental degree. I went back to Waycross and practiced for almost 8 years, and my wife couldn't get used to a small town in South Georgia and the swamp and all that. So we moved to the Atlanta area, Gwinnett County, in 1984.
Oh, nice.
So we're in Lilburn now, and that's. And I have two daughters. Two granddaughters.
Oh, wow.
Two son-in-laws, say.
That's wonderful. What are their ages? What are your daughters and then your granddaughters' ages?
Oh, gosh, I'm terrible. My daughters are late 20s and early 30s, somewhere in there. I can't remember.
That's okay.
The granddaughters are 3 and 6. I do know their ages.
That's the more important one, because those are the ones you got to remember to send the birthday gifts to now. So once we get past 20 or 30, it's not a biggie.
Yeah.
So that's great. Now, so you're visiting your family, and so your parents are, you said 93 and 94. Is that right?
Yes.
That's awesome. What do you think the secret to their success is in longevity? How do they do that?
I think it's, of course, heredity plays a part, but I think it's mostly their attitude. They're just positive people and loving people, outgoing people. They've been very active in their church since they were children and throughout their older ages. And I just think it's the heredity and their attitude. I should say exercise.
Right.
Exercise.
Got to put that in there, definitely. Yeah, because when I've seen pictures of your parents, they definitely look like they're in wonderful shape. They look very young, and they look like they're very, very, again, like just really good health. So they need to share the secret to their success. Maybe we should have them on a future video Skype call.
I'll ask them and let you know.
We need to, definitely. And then, okay, so getting back, and I think you're far too modest, Craig, because for those people watching, I have been told by several other people who have known Craig for a long time that he is actually one of the best dentists in not only the greater Atlanta area, but I'd say probably the whole world, because if you don't mind, if you could share some of the. I understand you graduated with magna cum laude, and can you go into your education and your high credentials and accreditations that you've received?
Um, well, really, I'm not that great. I mean, I love what I do.
He's too
I'm
modest, folks. I told you.
definitely not the best in this in the no, but you're very kind.
He is. He truly
Uh,
is.
but no, I graduated from the University of Georgia in microbiology, but I always knew I wanted to be a dentist, and I graduated Phi Beta Kappa, magna cum laude,
See?
and then went to the after University of Georgia Medical College of Georgia, which has now been renamed Georgia Regents University.
Okay.
They changed the name,
Okay.
incorporated other health schools, and put one name to cover all of them. Um,
Huh.
but we went through a kind of an accelerated program. It was a new dental school at the time, and so you went year round and got to a little bit earlier than you would traditionally. So I
Yeah.
actually was a dentist when I was 24. So
Wow.
I've been doing it since 1977. So I'm not sure how many years that is, but
That's
I
awesome.
think it's older than you, Taryn.
No, that's great. Wow. So, I'm really big on education and people being, greatly experienced like yourself who know what they're doing and take it seriously with a passion. Um, did you see that article I'd sent you by chance? That
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
yeah. For those folks who don't know, there was an article that went around, and it was a man who was accused of basically performing unwanted procedures on children in a dental chair. Was he actually a dentist, Craig? Do you know? I didn't catch
Uh,
that article like from the.
yeah, I actually heard the news on the radio as I was coming down to Waycross. Apparently, he
Yeah,
was a pediatric dentist, so that's
pediatric. Okay,
a
okay.
specialist. So I was really
And
shocked.
and for the folks watching, I think this was in Jacksonville, Florida, I believe, and it made nationwide news. But my God, that was. Have you ever heard of anything like that before?
No, no, that's
And again, like it's not only just it could be any industry. We've heard of like personal trainers who don't have legitimate degrees and who act like a personal trainer, and then they end up causing serious harm to a client. And that could be, again, I'm talking about any industry, medical, fitness, health, whatever. But when you hear stuff like that, all it takes is just one bad apple to scare people off and give them a bad name. So that was unfortunate.
yeah, that was really bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So,
Now let's get to talking about the meat of the subject, about you and your workouts, your fitness routine. You are in awesome shape, and so I want to get into what drives you and what motivates you to continue on your workouts. How did you get into fitness and exercising?
well, actually, ever since I was a kid, I've loved sports and exercise. I played basketball and tennis and track and all that, and
Yeah.
in high school and in college, I would play intramural sports and things like that. And I just felt like it was important to be healthy, and it was actually a great stress reliever. When I would study a lot, I get tired and I felt like I wanted to go to bed. But doing exercises just rejuvenated me and made me feel like a new day was beginning again, and
Oh yeah.
just kept me going. And plus, I liked it. I liked it too.
What do you like most about working out and exercising?
Um, as I get older, I'm finding I like more individual sports than I did because I don't play basketball anymore.
Okay.
I've recently, well, it's been a few years since I played tennis, but now I do exercises with you and do the weights, and I do swimming and jogging and bicycle riding, and I do that by myself. And I don't know, it just gives me a chance to think
Yeah.
and just think about things that you wouldn't normally think about when you've got somebody else in your uh, with you and doing things. So
Oh
uh,
yeah.
it's
Well,
just a stress reliever, and it's kind of like a meditation type thing.
sure. I mean, you're really good at it. Again, like I said earlier, you're very modest. For the folks, this guy works out, he just 100%. This guy's strong. He's got lean muscle mass, muscle tissue, muscularity, really good shape. Takes his workout seriously. You've got abs too, and like I said, just very very good shape. You always try 100% of everything that we do. You never complain, which I like. I wish the rest of my
So
clients were like
you
you
are
too.
you are a good encourager too. So you give me motivation. So your encouragement is what helps.
I try to be the coach
Yeah.
while we're in
Before
our
I met
sessions.
Karen, I would look like a string of spaghetti. If I turned sideways, you couldn't see me. So
Right.
Karen has helped me.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good endorsement for me. That's awesome. We'll get back to the workouts here, Craig. Now I want to move on to a couple other subjects. You have a few other hobbies too. I understand that you like to shoot at the gun range.
Oh yeah.
How did you get into that too?
Oh, I'm actually kind of embarrassed about that because I'm not a violent person at all, and I really uh, I don't believe in guns and homes and stuff like that, especially with grandkids. And I have a couple of pistols, but I don't have the magazines in them, and I
Okay.
don't have the bullets in the magazine. So if a
Yeah.
burglar were to break in, they're useless because I don't want to. I really just don't want to endanger anybody. But I like
Sure.
to
Yeah.
practice shoot. So yeah, I go to a range and shoot at targets. And that, it's a lot of fun, yeah. And here again, it's individual sports, so but it's fun.
That's true. I mean, do you find that stress relieving too? Does that help that part also, would you say?
Yeah, yeah, it is. You just like to see how close you can get to that bullseye, you know. And there's so
Well,
many things too. Your breathing and the way, yeah, you pull the trigger and things like that. So
yeah, like,
it's nice.
oh,
But I don't even
focusing.
use like they have targets that outline a human being. I don't even use anything like that. I just use a round target.
Ah,
So
yeah.
there's no person there. Yeah.
Ah, see, there you go. And then what other? I know you like to swim too. We've talked about that. How often do you get to the swimming pool, Craig?
Oh, I try. I like to swim as often as I can, but with my work schedule, realistically, 2 to 3 times a week is about what I do.
Well, I'm amazed. I mean, like I said, I don't know how you fit it in your schedule. You're the only man I know that works 8 days a week. I've never seen anybody work as hard as you.
I know. I think you work harder than I. Yeah.
Maybe we're competing against each other for
Yeah.
that accolade. But so and your workouts, how often do you get a chance to? I mean, I know what it is, but I want you to tell these
Yeah.
people. And again, don't be modest. Tell them how many times do you work out in the week?
Well, Taryn, when I started using Taryn, he gave me a log, a sheet for 5 days a week, and each day has two sets or groups of muscles. Uh, um, so Monday through Friday, I get up early in the morning and I'll do them every Friday, every day from Monday to Friday. If I end
Mhm.
and do another exercise that I kind of brought about on my own
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday. So.
You're on it. Yeah. I mean, how about what about nutrition, Craig? Can you tell the people about the eating habits? Because you eat very, very healthy.
Yeah, I eat candy for every meal, and I eat dinner. No, no. Yeah, I try to eat healthy. I try to limit fats. You know,
Yeah.
I not try not to eat cheese or dairy products. The only meat I eat is chicken.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, Try to have fruits and vegetables. I limit the breads and rice and things like that. So you just kind of get in the habit of doing that, and you kind of get used to it.
Yeah, 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 certainly. How about alcohol? Do you consume any alcohol during the week?
No, I really don't. You know, I've tasted it. I just don't like the taste of it. I don't have anything against it. But I just don't like it. Yeah.
Good for you. Gosh, I feel like you should be my personal trainer, and I could probably use some tips from you.
Well,
Seriously.
I say I don't drink. I mean, if I go out with someone and have a beer, I think I've had maybe one beer this year. Something like
Wow. Oh my
that.
goodness. Well, again, like I said, you are just on it. You're a prime example, a model client of what people should do. Can you tell the people out there what is it about a personal trainer? Like, why do you need to work out with a personal trainer for your own preference? Like, what benefits or values do you get from that?
Well, I started doing it without a personal trainer,
Yeah.
and I wasn't quite as dedicated. And I didn't really have a schedule. I would do certain things, but I didn't do them in a sequence, and I didn't do all the muscles. I would just do a few muscles that I like to look at, or something like,
Yeah.
or that were easy to do, or I felt like I was improving. But I knew I wasn't doing the right thing, so that's when I contacted you, and you were able to give me a routine that encompassed all the muscles and a schedule that I can do a few each day. I mean, if you tried to do everything in one day, you couldn't do it, and you get
Yeah.
frustrated and quit. So by doing just two groups of muscles each day, it's something that you can incorporate into your daily life, and you don't get discouraged by not doing it.
Yeah.
And then you have been so good about calling or texting or emailing to make sure I follow up and do what you said.
I try to do that with every
It's
single one of my
almost
clients.
it's almost like you're a teacher, and I feel guilty that I didn't do my homework.
Oh, that's a good analogy. I wish all my clients would feel that way about me. I think most of my clients probably just say, oh, I hope I don't have to see them the next couple days.
Uh,
But okay, so and again, I think we've got some mutual friends too, Craig, that we've met. If you're watching JP Griffin right now, JP's a mutual friend of ours. Can you tell the folks how we know of him and how you had introduced me to him?
yeah, well, he and I have been friends for years,
Yeah,
and I actually can't remember exactly how we first met, but he comes in the office as well. But he's just a
yeah.
guy, he really is. Just a very wonderful friend, a wonderful person, and he loves what he does, and he's
Yeah.
good at what he does. He works at Northside with the labor and delivery, and I think you know him through labor and delivery as
That's
well.
how we met him. Yeah, exactly. You had told us about him back in January when our baby was getting born, and in fact, I think it was probably the day, or maybe 2 days after he was born. That week was a whole blur, and that's when JP came in and personally checked on us and made sure he was very highly accommodating. He was asking, "Is there anything he could personally get us?" And I was just so impressed, with him. And I went on the Northside Labor Delivery Facebook page and wrote them a 5-star, 100% A
Oh,
plus
that's
review,
great.
and made sure to drop his name in there because he and the rest of the staff there were just unbelievable. I would highly advise anybody who's planning on having children check out Northside Hospital Labor and Delivery. That's where you should go for sure, definitely. They've got good people like JP, and he's definitely a really nice. Again, he looks in good shape. He works out. I could tell. He takes it seriously as well. And I've talked a little bit with him about working out too. And I'm sure with his crazy schedule too, he's another guy that works more hours than he probably needs to. And then I know that let's see, we've got a couple other mutual friends. Bob and Robert, if those guys are watching right now, and I mentioned Bill earlier too. We went out to Korean barbecue together, and so that's probably the one time a year you're allowed to eat something besides chicken. Like that's the one time you'll eat red meat probably. As you
But
know,
it was good. It's good.
oh yeah, I was just gonna say I was happy you liked that. I was dying to get you there to try Korean barbecue out. And for those folks who are watching, I'm not trying to plug a cheap endorsement, but it's called Breakers. They're out in Duluth on Pleasant Hill Road near Gwinnett Place Mall. And so that was really good. One time we tried that Korean hot pot. What about for yourself, Craig? Like, what other favorite? Do you have favorite places that you like to go to, or any kind of favorite cuisine that you and your wife like to try out sometimes?
We like just about everything. We like Mexican and
Yeah.
Chinese and um, places like Longhorns and
Yes.
Outback. I know it's crazy. We go to a steakhouse and order chickens. It makes a lot of sense.
Hey, it's healthier, and there's a place too that for those folks watching, this guy sent Callie and I to on our Christmas present this past year over to the Last Resort Grill in Athens, and my God, that was one of the most pleasant, unbelievably awesome experiences dining out we've ever had, and we really were greatly appreciative of that,
Oh,
Craig. That was just
yeah, no, that
unbelievable.
is our favorite. Well, I didn't even think about that one. Yeah, but Last Resort
I
is a
had
great.
to put that in there, yeah. And so again, that's in Athens. That was my only one time I've been to Athens. I got to get up there again soon, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully one of these days. And you live fairly close there. I think is it Statham, Georgia? Is
Yes.
that right? Yeah. Okay. Good. And then again, your office is in Lilburn. Let's talk about change directions here. Let's get into dental health for a second. What is it? Is there maybe a couple of things that you could think of off the top of your head, Craig, that are the most vital or important pieces of information you could tell people out there right now? If there was like, let's say, two or three most important things you could tell people right now watching about their dental health, what would it be? It maybe myths or conceptions to break, anything like that you could think of?
Um, there was a pause in the video there. We had a little satellite problem. So I didn't really hear that. Could you repeat that?
Sorry about that, Craig. I just noticed, yeah, there was a delay there, and that's probably because of my feed. For the folks watching, I've out here in Albany, I don't have the best internet signal. But yeah, I was gonna say, is there any like misconceptions or myths as far as dental health goes, or any kind of suggestions and tips you can give the folks watching to take care of their teeth?
Oh, well, I think the most important thing is what you do at home.
Ah,
Going to the dentist is very important, and we recommend having your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months.
hmm
We have some people who have severe periodontal disease or gum disease. We'll see them more frequently than
sure.
twice a year.
hmm
But I think the most important thing is what you do at home, how how you eat, what you eat. Stay away from sugars, sodas, even diet drinks are very acidic, even though there's not the sugar content.
hmm
Alcohol can be broken down into sugars, and uh, breads, white rice, things like that are broken down into sugars. So what you eat is important. How you take care of your teeth. You need to brush them. You need to floss them. If
hmm
your gums bleed, that means they're not healthy. If you touched your arm, it doesn't bleed. If you touch your gum, it shouldn't bleed. If you run floss through there and they bleed, there's a problem. So you got to do a better job at taking care of your own teeth. So I think the most important thing is what you do at home, and then after that, the dentist and the hygienist. Yeah.
Very good analogy. I like that. I remember when I first started out as a personal trainer, and it may be a mistake of me admitting this, but what the hell? I might as well go ahead and say it. I was in the dentist seat, and they were doing a cleaning on me, and there's just blood going all over the place. And it's because I'll admit I don't do the best job of flossing and brushing. I try to do better since then, but anyway, I'll never forget this. That dentist had asked me just in the middle of it, looking at the blood on my little napkin
Yeah.
all over my mouth, and he's saying, "What do you do for a living again?" And I said, "Personal trainer." And he said, "Do you think that it's important for your clients to work out and exercise?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." He says, "Well, I think it's kind of important. You probably need to start doing some better health and wellness tips for your teeth when you don't see me." So that was really hard hitting, and it really correlates to what you just said, what you just told the people 5 seconds ago about trying to do what they're doing at home, and I've tried to do a better job on that as well.
Yeah.
But you again, Craig, you've done so much for myself and for my family with all the samples and toothpaste and mouth rinse. Maybe there's a hidden connotation message there that you're giving me, all that, but no, I'm just kidding. But no, I really appreciate it. I've tried to have a higher respect for that. One of my other clients is an oral surgeon, and he gets angry when I tell him, "Yeah, I got to go to the dentist next Friday." And he said, "What did you just say?" I said, "I got to go to the dentist next Friday." He said, "You should say it's your pleasure to go get your teeth cleaned at the dentist." Because it drives him nuts every time somebody
Yeah.
says I have to go to the dentist. So I'm trying to do a better job of that myself by personally saying maybe not to the extreme of it's my privilege to go to the dentist, but I'm looking forward to having my teeth cleaned and to my next dental appointment. So
Well,
I think that's important.
that's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
And what you said too about the correlation of you sugars, sodas, diet sodas, your alcohol, hand in hand with working out and exercise too. All that stuff you just named off. I tell my clients to stay away from stuff like that, and I think it's very, very important. Like you said, your teeth, your body, your mind, your spiritual health, your wellness. It all does truly tie together hand in hand, and that's why I'm really appreciative of what you're doing for all those folks, and for such a long time too. I think that's great, and I gotta say this again. I know you're very modest, so I'll speak for you. For those folks watching, if you want to see the best dentist within driving distance, if you're living in the greater Atlanta area, you need to go see this guy. We're going to give you his contact information, where his office is located, and so I will go ahead and let him give that to you. Craig, can you please give these folks your website and your phone number? You don't have to give them your personal cell phone, but office number, or how can they reach you, and where is your office located, and all that good stuff, please.
Yeah. Okay. I am located at 1003 Oak Road, Lilburn, Georgia. Uh, my website is favettedental.com. And I don't even know what my email is there. You go, because I never email myself. If you go to the website, my email is there.
We'll have it on the screen too.
Yeah.
For those folks, if you grab a pen and paper, when Craig and I are off the screen, pause and watch the screen, because we're going to have his website, his email, the office phone number, and that location again in case you missed it. So don't feel bad. Myself, I've got like 10 emails that I
Yeah.
juggle around, so I can't remember all my email
See, that's like
addresses.
asking me my kids' phone numbers. I don't know. They're in my phone. I just push a button and it comes up.
Well, before the
Uh,
days of smartphones and Facebook and Twitter, and all that, I think we could all remember people's phone numbers because you had
yeah.
to. You had no choice. Well, Craig, I gotta say, this past half hour, I've known you for going on close to a year now, but I have learned so much about you in the last 30 minutes, and it's just so refreshing to see, that we could get you on here, speak to the folks, tell them that they should come see you or see their dentist. They need to take it seriously, and I like what you said. Have them go home and do the in-home care stuff that they could do, so that way when they see you and see their dentist, it won't be as bad as dreadful. They'll change their tune and not say I have to go to the dentist. Let's get
Right.
the people to change it. Say I can't wait to go to the dentist and show them how
That's right.
sparkly my teeth are looking. I think that's what we need
That's
to
right.
do.
That's great.
And we're going to do it. We're going to change it one tooth and one smile at a time around the world. So I think we're going to get it done. But like I said, Craig, I can't thank you enough. I really appreciate you coming on today's show. You did awesome. Again, I can't wait to have you back on. Let's do a follow up one. I'd really like to do a follow up with you. And maybe next time we could do it remotely from your office and you can do a tour, a visual tour, and
Sure.
maybe
That'd be
demonstration in your
fun.
office. That would be really, really fun. So, again,
Okay.
folks, check out his website. We're going to have it on the screen when we close out. And make an appointment with this guy. You heard it here. The only dentist that Taryn the Traveling Trainer on GoTarryn TV will recommend and highly endorse. He takes care of my teeth. And if you think that my smile looks good and you want to get it looking like that, then you need to see this guy right here because he takes care of me as well. So, Craig, awesome. Good stuff today. Keep up your workouts. You're doing awesome. And enjoy the rest of your trip down in Waycross with your family. I hope it
Thank you,
goes
sir.
well. Yes, and please say hi to your mom and dad for me. And for everyone else watching, I hope you enjoyed this very special GoTarryn TV Skype interview with Craig Favette Dental. So check out his website. We're going to have it here in a second. Craig, thank you so much for coming on again. I really appreciate it. And I hope you
Thank
have
you.
a good evening and a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Craig. And everyone else watching, stay tuned. Here comes Craig's contact information as we fade to black. Okay, folks, there you have it. That was the information for Craig Favette Dental. I hope you get a chance to check it out. You got to get an appointment with this guy. Call them up and go there and get your teeth checked out because, like I said, he does an awesome job. He is the number one best dentist in the world and in the greater Atlanta area, and that's coming from this guy, the only guy who will endorse Craig Favette, the only dentist endorsed here on GoTarryn TV. So there you have it. Two awesome GoTarryn Skype interview calls this week just for you. Yesterday with Curtis Sinkowski with Amway, and then today with Craig Favette of Favette Dental. And more exciting, unbelievable guests are coming your way right here on this website, www.gotarryn.tv. You should go to that website right now, folks, and bookmark that as a favorite to your web browser. And tell two people, by the way, while you're doing it. A few other things I can ask of you before you get out of here. If you haven't done so already yet, I'm going to ask you to please go to GoTarryn on Facebook, hit the like button, check out GoTarryn on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, and follow GoTarryn on Twitter. And until I see you guys next time, I want everyone out there to enjoy your Tuesday and the rest of this week. And remember, with GoTarryn Personal Training and Taryn, the traveling trainer, the master of the personal training universe, with this smile right here on my face, I'm telling you that it's your time, it's your investment, and it's your life. Take care of your teeth, everybody. Make your appointment today with Vet Dental. We'll see you on the next video blog, everybody. So long.